Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know that the world wants to laugh? Unless your director's an asshole who thinks everything's too PC. For God's sakes, Todd Phillips.
Yeah, so today we're off to see The Joker, or I guess Joker.
So, yeah, it's been a while, for us making videos. But,
right.
Anyway, The Joker. This movie has been on a lot of people's radars for a while for one particular reason. It's a DC Comics movie that doesn't want to play in the same toy box as the other DC Comics movies.
This is basically an idea that they had where everybody has been clamoring for a Joker movie for like the last decade.
Pretty much ever since Heath Ledger donned the makeup was revealed to be the best one of the best interpretations of the Joker put to film or digital or whatever.
Yeah, unfortunately, Chris Nolan just film. But anyway, sadly, Heath obviously could not continue his run as the Joker because he's gone.
But now they went through Jared Leto, and now we have got a new Joker. Joaquin Phoenix, best known for many, many other roles. It's Joaquin Phoenix playing the Joker. It's fun. He's an iconic actor, and apparently it's a very iconic performance from him.
Yeah, the idea of the movie is that it doesn't take place in the DCEU. It is basically the first attempt from DC to make an Elseworld story with their movies.
Because they're going to do this if this does well, which it's probably going to do well because of the stuff that's been going on. But it's the essential idea is, what if Martin Scorsese made a Joker movie? In fact, for a little while, Martin Scorsese was actually attached as a producer, but he isn't anymore.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why De Niro is also in this movie. But also in this movie we have Robert De Niro, Zazie Beetz from Deadpool 2, Brian Tyree Henry from Into the Spider-Verse, and soon The Eternals.
Yeah, so he's getting everyone. That guy's getting in everyone's superhero movies.
Yeah, but it's fascinating to see DC's villains are huge when it comes to, are probably bigger than most of their heroes when it comes to making movies, because DC is making villain movies a lot more than they're making hero movies on their slate. Like next year alone, we have Birds of Prey, and then they're shooting Black Adam next year. They have the Suicide Squad is being shot by James Gunn in Atlanta as we speak.
Isn't it just so fun to say that?
Yeah, James Gunn making the Suicide Squad
because he got his redemption a long time ago, and everything got put back together.
Yeah.
Speaking of douchebag directors.
Yes, we have Todd Phillips, known primarily for directing Old School and the Hangover movies.
So up until now, Todd Phillips has been pretty quiet on this front. He's basically it's been like the essential feel has been more akin to, the guy who made The Hangover is making a Joker movie that's not even remotely a comedy. I mean, okay, I guess that's all right. That's a little weird for him. But then recent press points have come out where he is basically saying that he got kicked out of comedy because of woke culture.
Which, no, you didn't. Sorry, which I get. So I'm sorry that 10 years ago that your extended transsexual stripper joke doesn't land anymore. Or Todd.
Yeah, and he's also going around like, we're making a real movie under the guise of a superhero movie. So I guess someone should tell literally every artsy director who's ever artsy and independent and powerful director and powerful visionary director ever who has ever made a superhero movie, like Guillermo del Toro, Ryan Coogler, Shane Black,
Taika Waititi, James Gunn.
Just tell them that apparently they made like over really long YouTube videos with special effect, with big CGI numbers and more holes.
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess they weren't real movies.
But meanwhile, the director of Due Date and Starsky and Hutch, on the other hand, he's making real movies.
Yeah, he's making a real movie now because he can't make a comedy anymore because they don't like like jokes because they don't like his brand of sophomorish horror-ish comedy that wasn't even that funny 10 years ago.
I mean, I miss comedies, guys. I mean, all we've got to live off of is Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Good Place, BoJack Horseman, then the
Crazy Rich Asians,
both Deadpool movies.
Ken Jeong's Netflix special, Between Two Ferns, the movie, Hoovy, Rocket Raccoon in Avengers, and those are just the people who were in The Hangover.
The guys who made The Hangover have a movie coming out later this month. That's something. They got the Zombieland 2's on the way later this month. So.
But I guess they're not. But I guess we're not getting any good comedies anymore, guys.
I mean, I mean, it sucks that we've also got stuff like Spy and Bridesmaids and all kinds of other movies.
Yeah, it's just sad that we aren't making comedy. That nobody's making comedies anymore because woke culture killed comedy.
What is up with guys who Will Ferrell works with, by the way? Because him and Adam McKay are basically shitting all over blockbusters lately.
Adam McKay less so because he's because apparently he will jump at the chance to make a Marvel movie if they ask him to do Silver Surfer.
But there was a post-credit scene at the end of his movie Vice that basically was saying, America sucks because of the Fast and Furious movies. Which, in case you didn't see our last video, we love us some Fast and Furious.
Fuck yeah, we do.
So. But we're getting on a bit of a tangent. We're not talking about the movie anymore. We're just kind of ranting what we've been thinking this entire week about Todd Phillips' comments.
But the movie is a very interesting attempt to see where DC could go with these movies. I mean, Marvel's doing something similar, but that's 2 years away with an animated series on Disney+.
Yeah, for right now, this is them experimenting with a feature-length movie based on an idea, on just the basic idea of what if the Joker, but not Batman?
And we actually get to explore an origin story, which the Joker's never had a definitive origin story.
I mean, even in the comics, they've sprung through like a whole bunch of them. Tim Burton's he was a gangster who fell into some chemicals. In most versions, he is the Red Hood who fell into some chemicals, including Alan Moore's Killing Joke, which most people say is definitive, even though in that actual story, Joker states that even then he doesn't even know if that's real.
And then we have one particular case where he is a demon of pure evil.
Most recently in the comics, there's 3 of them. There have been 3 Jokers.
Yeah, but but obviously they had to make a Joker. The main reason they're doing this is because they had to make a Joker movie. Jared Leto was probably occupied with Morbius, the living vampire.
Oh, God, that's gonna suck.
And also, they kind of partially burned the bridges, Jared Leto, after what happened with Suicide Squad.
We'll see with Birds of
Prey. Apparently he's in it, but they cut him from the trailer to avoid confusing people when the trailer plays before this movie.
As if people don't read entertainment news anymore. And
yeah, this is going to be interesting to see.
It's gotten a lot of great reviews, some bad reviews, mostly based on the ideas behind the movie, the whole ideas and moralizing of the movie.
But we'll see what happens when we get in there and see it.
Because this whole thing is just kind of us trying to figure out our own opinions on movies as we're getting out of the theater. But yeah. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about how great the way it is shot and the music, and Joaquin Phoenix and the musical score by a guy who I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name because I don't want to look like an idiot for the billionth time in 98 episodes of the show.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll pop back after we're done, and we'll see you guys after the jump.
Yep. See ya. All right.
So this is a weird one to kind of figure out.
Yeah. It's something I gotta think about. I'm gonna be thinking about for a really long time because I don't know what to think right now.
This is a dark movie.
It is really, really, really dark.
I mean, everybody's been saying it's violence, and yeah, it's basically not nearly as violent as Deadpool, but with Deadpool, there's kind of a gleefulness to it, and it's not exactly...
It's played up for comedy. It's not violent for violence to ramp up violence, but it's violent.
and it almost revels in it with how dark it is. It's like, we want to make reality. This is real.
This is an R-rated movie, so we're gonna go hard as we possibly can. And they go there. And I don't know what to think, because I spent the entire time wondering what was gonna happen, because it just was an insane ride from beginning to end.
So, I think to start it off with, Joaquin Phoenix is amazing. He is acting the hell out of this whole thing. I don't know if I want to say he's having fun with it, because clearly this is a dark, disturbing way he's going about playing this character. But he's a little less deep into the character than the last few guys who have played the Joker in live action have been. I mean,
it's kind of funny to think about it, really, with the Joker, where we went from a guy who refused to shave his mustache, so they just painted over it, to a guy who sequestered himself up in a motel room with a journal, working on his laugh and writing down the Joker's personal thoughts, to a guy who mailed condoms and rats and bullets and all this crap to his co-stars, to the fucking insane shit Joaquin Phoenix was doing in this.
He basically the worst thing he did, though in this particular case, the worst, most messed up thing he did was lose about 52 pounds to play the sickly, skinny full reign of Arthur Fleck, who, as a character, is very jarring, and he plays him well, and Joaquin Phoenix plays him incredibly well. Hell, you believe every bit of delusion in this man's head.
It's kind of...
And by that I mean, you believe he believes it, not you actually are like, oh yeah, this guy's definitely telling the truth about every sick delusion in his head.
Because you look at everything in this movie and you're like, I do not sympathize with this guy almost at all. At first he seems very innocent. He's lives with his mother. He's works as a clown. He's got these mental disorders.
He's got somewhat of a childlike grasp of reality, where it's like this is the way it is because I think it, because that's how I imagine it.
The world is the way it is because I imagine the world is the way it is. He's on a lot of medication. He's on all of this, and then suddenly, as the movie goes on, he's losing his grasp. We see him slowly lose his grasp on everything. Reality just falls apart, and obviously, when Todd Phillips was putting this together, he was clearly thinking about Scorsese stuff, because there are points where where he wants to blur the lines of reality, but in some cases, it does you can kind of predict exactly where the lines of reality do blur from time to time. Yeah. There's a dream sequence in the opening at the beginning of the movie that really you can tell. There's a point where you can obviously say, okay, yeah, this is a dream sequence. But then there's points in the movie where it's like, and then there's a big reveal that it's like, oh, wow. Didn't see that. I did not see that one coming.
And it's just kind of, it's dark, but I mean, as a comic book movie, it's not really a comic book movie.
No.
As a movie, it's very, very well shot. The score is really good. The Joaquin Phoenix is giving it his all. Tonally, it's got a very dark and gritty way of going about it. Obviously, the way people have been talking about this movie, it's probably going to be popular enough that there's going to be way more things like this in DC's future, where they're just going to make dark, gritty, almost realistic things as sort of Elseworld stories.
Yeah. Ultimately, and De Niro was kind of a fun addition for where he was at for as long as he was in the movie.
I mean, he's clearly playing some kind. He's clearly got the guys like Leno and Carson in mind as he's playing this character, and character, and he has and of course it's Robert De Niro. His charm and charisma comes across. He's given some given some pretty decent material. It's talk show material, which by the way there's like a couple good stand-up jokes in here, but it's not really my cup of tea, and a couple of them don't.
It's very 80s. It is very 80s the stand-up routines for obvious reasons.
Which is weird because it's supposed to be set in 1982, but most of the movie acts kind of like more like it's 1923, or something like that. Because it's like, well, they're sitting in a movie theater where they are playing the music in there, which I know they do that now, but it's weird. But it's weirdly 1980. But it's weird to do that in the 1980s in a run-down town like Gotham.
Yeah. There's a lot to be said about the places this goes.
There's a weird political subtext that I cannot put my finger on, because there's times where the character Thomas Wayne feels a little Trumpy, but then they pull this thing that's clearly making fun of the Hillary, calling people on the right deplorables.
It's very, I don't know what they're trying to do. It's hard to say what they're trying. Not that Thomas Wayne acts like Trump. It's that they try to project this Trump.
The way they talk about him.
The way they talk about him. It sounds
like the way that most of the people that a good chunk of the people who probably voted for Trump talk about him. Like, he's the only one who can fix this. He's powerful. He's got this way about him.
But at the same time, you also have people saying he's got money, he's corrupt, he's rich, he's an asshole because he's rich. The rich are going to kill everybody, are going to get us all killed.
So I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about this.
And at the end, one of the final scenes, you can clearly tell Todd Phillips is venting that it's very Todd Phillips.
It sounds a lot like the stuff he's been saying on the. There's a couple bits in in Joaquin Phoenix's Martin Scorsese style, waxing philosophical about the nature of society, where it feels like Todd Phillips is kind of venting about the fact that he feels like he got kicked out of comedy movies.
Yeah.
So there's a few little weird things in there. I'm not going to call the movie problematic because I don't want to make assholes think that I'm going to call that I'm just another lefty cuck who calls everything problematic. But
this is one you got to think on. This is one that I got to think on. It's one that probably is not exactly one you can just walk away from and be like, I don't know if I liked it. Where you're going to walk away from it being like, I liked it, or I didn't like it right away.
Honestly, one of the biggest things that bothered me was that there is a small piece at the end where it feels like they're trying to tie it into the mythos and the mythos of the deeper DC lore, just to kind of be like, well, but if we want to tie it into the other movies, we can, and here's our outs. And it's like, I don't think the math adds up, and there's motivations and stuff that don't really add up to me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I hate the movie, because there's there's good stuff in it. Joaquin Phoenix is killing it for the most part. I'm going to give a lot of my credit to Joaquin Phoenix.
He's definitely going to get nominated for an Oscar. It really feels like could be him getting nominated for an Oscar. That's at least that is at least what this movie's going to get nominated for, if at all.
But I don't know. I don't even feel like this is the movie. Like, this is going to be like a Fight Club style type movie where it's like, where a certain group of people are going to suddenly think, yeah, this is my man. This is the guy who's saying all the stuff that people don't want me to say. Us white men are the most persecuted people in the world. Which, yeah, don't take that out of context, please.
Yeah.
I'm saying that those people are not saying smart things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think the Joker is going to be the new Tyler Durden.
I don't know if this is going to be like a cultural phenomena. We've been wrong before about certain things like this.
But I don't know. I don't know. I liked parts of it. I just don't know if it's going to stick with me.
I don't know. At times, and I feel like it felt aimless at times, where it was like, I don't know, and that was part of the reason why I didn't know where it was going, because it felt like we were just kind of aimlessly stumbling around for a good chunk of the middle part.
Scenes feel like it's kind of it feels like a kind of stream of consciousness movie where certain scenes will come in and just have no connection to the rest of the plot, and then other scenes will happen, and then
which I guess kind of aids to the whole growing insanity of this character, but I don't know.
It feels weird. It's weird. I don't want. Once again, don't want to say I hate it, because I don't want to be one of those guys who feels like they hate something because it's popular. But I don't know.
It's got to be got to think on this one for a little while.
Yeah. Anyway, we're almost home, so for right now, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to tune in next time when either it's Don't Forget to Double Tap or Let's Burn the House Down and play Winston Churchill.
Bye.